Hi, everybody. Welcome to the summer session, English 5 Critical Thinking Orientation Zoom. Um, I hope that you all are ready to do some good work because this session is over in a short 6 weeks. So it's pretty jam-packed with material, but I have taken some of the material out from my regular semester courses. They say that it's going to be exactly the same as a fall or a spring semester class, but that is not really true. There's no way that I could put all of that material in a summer session. So I've removed a significant portion of it to make it doable for you. So hopefully you will find that although there is a lot of work, because for every 1 hour of in-class time, there's supposed to be 2 hours worth of homework. So there's quite a bit of homework. Normally a class meets twice a week for an hour and a half for this type class. That gives you an idea of how, if you have like 4 classes per week, how much homework you should expect for this class. Anyway, what I'd like to do is to get started. And so in order to do that, I have to show my screen for the class. And so here I go. I'm going to show the screen. This is our home screen for the critical thinking class. So to start off with, what I think I'll do is I'll go over this particular page and show you some of the features on this page. First, I'll start off with the middle portion. I've got a banner up here that shows what it's all about. And I've got an extra credit assignment here based on this particular painting that you can get involved in. It can do it early. There's no actual due date on it. So at any point in the semester, you can do it. Learn a little bit more about me over here, about my education and so on. And then within this page, there are some things that are optional. But if you have the time and inclination, I suggest that you go through it and see some of the things that I've focused on here, because they relate to the theme of the class, which is social justice. And you will find that a lot of the readings we have and the videos relate to that theme as well. So one of the things that's really important with an online class is to be able to communicate with me. So I've made communication abundantly possible for this class. There are many different ways to do it. You can call me. I've got a phone number here that connects up to my cell phone. It's not my cell number, but it goes through Google Voice. There's the Canvas email system. That's a great way. I check my email frequently, and we can actually use the chat tool up here. There's a chat tool over here in the upper left-hand corner. Or one of my favorite ways to do it, and this is one of the features of teaching online that I think is incredible, and that's to use the Zoom app. And that's what I'm recording this orientation with right now. But you can connect using Zoom, then we can meet face-to-face, so to speak. And you can show me what you've got and share your screen with me in case you're working on something. I can share my screen with you to show if there's something you're uncertain about in the shell itself that I can show to you. So you can connect up here. That's how you connect up. And the different ways that you can connect up are explained on this particular section. So down here is the class orientation link. You can also get to that up here in the upper left-hand corner, the modules. That's how we're going to get into the class. But before we do that, I'm going to show you, this is where you're going to see your grades. So if I click on that, you're going to see that everybody's grades are associated with this. In terms of your own particular view, it's going to be different for you as a student than you're seeing here. This is for like a test student. Down here is the syllabus for the class. I'll spend some time to go over this for you. I have a website that I used to use a lot. If you're interested, you could check it out. Now that I've got this Canvas shell, everything that we do is through the shell itself. Read about the course, the equipment requirement, the supplied reading material. That's a key issue right there. You don't have to buy any books for this class. Everything is contained within the shell itself. All the extensive readings that we have, the videos, and so on. It's all in the shell. So you just need to go through the shell step by step by step and do all of the different elements in all the different modules. And that's one of the things I would like to stress to you right now. As you're going through an online course, it's very important for you to go through all of the different elements. There's a temptation to skip ahead to the one that gets you the points and say, oh, that gets me points, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Well, if you do that, then you're liable to get few points for it, because what happens is you do it before you know how to do it. And the how to is in the lead up, all the different things that lead up to that. So make sure you're very systematic in the way that you approach doing the modules. So I've got something in here about critical thinking, so you should read about that. All of this is like a homework portion. I don't assign it as homework, but the syllabus is something that you should be very careful about reading carefully, because it's like a contract between the instructor and the student. There are things that I have to do that you can hold me to, things that you have to do that I intend to hold you to. So read about this and find out about it and review it every once in a while, because then you can make sure that you're doing all the different things that you need to do to get a good grade, which is down here. All the different features of what goes into the grade itself are down here, so you know what's more important than other things in terms of focusing on to get a good grade. Whereas everything is important in terms of getting a good grade. You want to do everything that you can, that you have time for, in order to get the highest grade you can. Now, a little bit about how I deal with grades. I'm an instructor who believes in grading up. So if you get a B+, I'm going to give you an A. If you get a C+, I'm going to give you a B, and so on. I really don't like failing people. So most people in this class are going to get a C, if not all of them. So that's how I envision grading in the class. So be aware of that, but shoot for a high A. If I were you, that's what I would do, because that's how I treated school. But if you wind up on the margins, then rest assured that I'm going to try to give you the best grade that I possibly can. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of it and take a look at the modules themselves. So this is how you're going to start the class. Click on modules, and it will take you to the actual modules themselves. So the first one I have up here, if you want to close a module, you can just click on this little arrow here, and full length feature films. I have a video library here for you. This is if you want to delve into some of the issues that we're dealing with in a little more detail, or you're just interested in seeing some of the things that I find interesting in terms of the social justice issues that we're dealing with. You could take a look at the video library and check out certain things in that. Early extra credit. This is the module that deals with the extra credit on an early basis. So check that out. It's really nice to have a picture in your on your shell so that you can show who you are when you're communicating with other people, or I can get a sense for who you are. An online environment is very impersonal. So the more you can personalize it, the better. I try to do that by providing you with a lot of tutorials where I show my face and I do very personalized kinds of instruction. I give personal video tutorials when I grade discussions, if you turn them in on time, and so on. So you can email me for an extra credit. The picture profile is an extra credit, and that is right in there. So more on your personal introduction and so on. And these two, which are extra credits on some other issues that you could check out. So how to this and that module. So there's Canvas is great for providing their own tutorials. They have some absolutely marvelous tutorials here. They're mostly in general. So the specific ones I provide you in through here in the Prof. John tutorials, how-to resources. These are important. They're not actual video tutorials, but how to get support help from your instructor. That's a good one. Let me count the ways, so you can check that out. Let me close this and I'll bounce up to the last one we're working on. How to participate in discussions, or that's Canvas tutorial. How you and I will use Canvas for this class, how to post a discussion for this class, how to annotate online for this class, and so on. Okay, so check these out. how to organize your essays, anatomy of a college level essay. Some of these things are actually in the modules themselves as well, but I put them in here so that you have them in a couple of different places so that you can refer back to them. One of the beauties about having an online course rather than an in-person class is that everything is self-contained within those modules. You can make sure that if you have a prompt for an assignment, and you normally what I do in an in-class person is I'd hand that prompt out to you and you'd file it away somewhere, and maybe you'd remember where you put it, maybe you wouldn't. But here it's all right there. If you need to review the prompt, you can go right back to it. It's sitting right there for you. Check it out again. So everything you need to do in this class has a very specific tutorial that I've given, a video tutorial on how to do it. So this is how to convert a PDF file, and it's got a really cool tutorial that you deal with it, how to access Word in your, everybody here has access to Word. If you're a student at Merit or Peralta, you have access to Word through your Outlook email program. This shows you how to access it, Microsoft Word, and how to MLA format a Google Doc and download. So everything other than discussions, all the major assignments, they need to be done in MLA format. So I give you a lot of support on how to do that, how to annotate, how to introduce quotations, and so on. Peralta resources and support. This is the student orientation section. John, so this is more general again. How to get support, help from your instructor, Canvas in this class. And so who is this Prof. John dude anyway? More information about me. I'm kind of a different kind of instructor. Most people get out of college at a young age and then they start teaching when they're maybe 23, 24. Me, I went back to school when I was 45 and I had a lot of very interesting experiences before that. So if you want to check out what I'm all about, go in here and you can read all about it. This is my wife, Mary, who I've been with for 50 plus years. Some still pictures of us. Here's my welcome video to you. Expectations for this class. Can I turn in an assignment late? That's something you need to know about. And usually, yes, you can. Please read about summer session classes. Definitely read that one, okay? And here's another syllabus. So first day orientation Zoom recording. This is where I'm going to be posting this recording that I'm doing right now. So down in through here are the what you're going to be doing throughout the semester. Notice that it's grayed out, and that's because I opened it up at a certain point in the semester so that you can view it. Usually I'll open some things up a couple weeks ahead of time so that you'll have a chance to work ahead. And then at the end of the semester, I open up the last few weeks at a particular point in case you need to go somewhere and have to get out of town, you have a trip planned or something, you want to work really hard to get ahead of the game and finish up, then you can do that at the end of the semester. So week 2 is that has not been grayed out yet. It says it will unlock on June 24th here. So there's more here that you can actually view or that I could actually show you. Here's an essay prompt that I can go in and I can show you. This is for prompt for essay number 1. This page is locked, but it lets you go into it, but it doesn't let you view it yet. Kind of a little bit deceptive there because it lets you go in, but it doesn't let you see it. Okay, so if you want to look ahead and see what's going on for the semester, you can see when things are due, because even if it's grayed out, you can still access the schedule of what we're doing. All right, so that's the orientation for the class. If you have any questions, make sure you get in touch with me. You can send me out a Canvas email. Of course, the different ways to communicate, I've already indicated. And I'm going to stop the share so you can see me again. And you can contact me if you're having trouble. If you're new to online courses, you need to contact me about different things going on with it, and you want to do a Zoom session, we could share a screen and I could show you what's going on with it. So anytime you need help, make sure you ask for it. Okay, that's a key issue of being a good student, is if you're not understanding what's going on, if you get a grade that you don't understand, if you're not introducing authors and sources correctly, and you keep getting deductions, contact me. I can help you go through it. I can point you to where you need to go to find out how to do it well. If not, just show you myself in the Zoom. So once again, welcome to the class. Hope you have a good time. Hope you learn a lot. And I will see you soon. Bye.